Hi everybody, thanks for tuning in. I'm super excited to be out here today. We've had fresh snowfall, providing a beautiful background for photographing birds, and there's a ton of birds around. Stick around while I explore the wild. So today I'm just basically birding along a pathway that runs through my neighborhood. Nice mixed habitat, as you can see. There's a lot of goldenrod here. A lot of the birds are feeding on the goldenrod seeds. And then there's also just a nice mixed habitat forest. There's a creek here on one side, and there's a small pond as well. So just a real nice mixed habitat, lots of birds around. And then there's houses on either side of the path as well. And many of the people here, you're essentially in their backyards. So what they have out is bird feeders and whatnot. So there's a lot of birds that congregate in the areas where you see feeders. But yeah, just a real nice mixed habitat. A lot of the neighborhoods around the city have these. And as a result, there's lots of birds around, and I don't have to walk very far to get here. Just around this corner from where I live and about a block away, and I'm here. So I spend a lot of time down here most days throughout the fall and winter months, and great birding just a few minutes from home. London has long been known as the cardinal capital of Canada, and there was certainly no shortage of these colorful beauties on this day. I think in total I observed about a dozen Northern Cardinals. Many of the birds observed were seen feeding on goldenrod seeds, like this dark-eyed junco. This red-bellied woodpecker was one of 3 species of woodpeckers observed. Also observed on this day were downy and hairy. Currently, we're experiencing an eruption of finches in southwestern Ontario. An eruption is simply a large migration of birds south when there's a shortage of food to our north. These pine siskins were observed feeding on catkins of an older tree. Another species that has erupted this year in our area is the red-breasted nuthatch. Regardless of where I've birded this fall, these birds have been observed in large numbers. Red-breasted nuthatches are easily attracted to a backyard feeder by offering black oil sunflower seed or peanut halves. High overhead, feeding on maple keys, was a flock of house finches. Most of the birds I photographed today can be easily attracted to your backyard with a simple feeder setup. Recently I published a blog post on my website talking about some of my favorite bird feeders, and I'll put a link to that post in the description of this video. If you're thinking about getting a bird feeder for your yard, it's a great addition, it's easy to attract birds, and they provide hours of entertainment for you and the whole family. The abundance of aster and goldenrod seed provided plenty of food for this American goldfinch. Kingfishers can be found in our area year-round. The key to finding them in the wintertime is finding open water. If you live near a creek, stream, or river with flowing water, chances are you'll find a kingfisher. I've always preferred the more subtle beauty of a female cardinal. These birds are far more colorful than many people realize. Just look at those red and orange hues. Birds have a gland located at the base of their tail. By rubbing oil with their bills from this gland over their feathers is how they keep themselves waterproof. In my opinion, golden-crowned kinglets are one of the most challenging birds to photograph. These little guys never stop moving, but here you can see the golden crown for which they're named. Cardinals are one of my favorite birds to photograph in the snow. I always include cardinals in my annual calendar, which, by the way, are available for pre-order over on my website. Did I mention I saw a few cardinals on this day? This downy woodpecker found something tasty in an old wasp's nest. Listen to the Carolina wren singing in the background. I hope you enjoyed this vlog following our first snowfall in the forest city. If so, please like and subscribe to my channel. And if you know somebody interested in birding and photography who might also like my channel, I'd appreciate you sharing it with them. You can see more still photos from this outing and others over on my website at www.paulrodingphotography.com.